cell to feed the roots and remove any waste produced by the biological aberration. The most disturbing aspects of this SCP is that it's capable of reproducing with humans. During the spring, SCP-401 will grow female reproductive organs on the palms of the hands for only 5 days after the organs are formed. After menstruation, male reproductive organs replace the female organs, after which the palm tree will proceed to attack any nearby human females for reproduction. During these periods, no female personnel is to work near this disturbing SCP. The Foundation took it a step further by conducting several breeding experiments. Based on these tests, offspring born from human women are born as normal humans, while artificially inseminating SCP-401 with male genetics results in another horrifying instance of the palm tree. The next SCP is SCP-439, the Bone Hive. SCP-439 is a colony of unknown parasitic insects that look similar to the common earwig. These colonies start with a single queen, who after fertilization by a male will search for a sleeping human being and enter the body through the mouth. After entering the body and inhabiting one of the lungs, the human victim will feel cramped with violent chest pain. Once the subject is incapacitated, a genetic disorder will surface in which bone growths increase in the body. After 3 days of ceaseless bone-growing agony, the human will settle in a corner of the containment room, completing the transformation of the Bone Hive. The queen would by this point have a colony of 25,000 individuals in a cased system. What was once a human body is now a literal casket of bones full of insects. Muscle tissues is almost entirely gone, and several organs were removed for food. Worse still, the human host is shown to be alive still. 5 months later, a new queen will emerge and mate with one male, and the hive will destroy itself, leaving only the new queen and an empty hive that finally expires after starvation. The next SCP is SCP-354, the Red Pool. The Red Pool. SCP-354 is a pool of crimson liquid found in northern Canada. Because of the nature of the anomaly, a facility is built around the SCP. The Red Pool is a perpetual danger to the Foundation and the facility itself due to its ability to spawn various dangerous monsters from the liquid, from tentacled abominations to massive reptilian beasts, and even oddly enough, a normal human. SCP-354 loses sight of it for even a blink. As long as someone is watching, whether from a camera or with a team of people, SCP-173 cannot move. If the line of sight is broken, or if a solo person blinks, it will instantly appear in front of its victim and snap their necks. The next SCP is SCP-3000, Ananta. SCP-3000 is a massive underwater creature that resembles a moray eel, living deep in the bottom of the Bay of Bengal. SCP-3000 is approximately 900 kilometers long and is mostly a dormant creature that resides in its territory. Unlike most SCPs, this one is given the Tommy class, meaning that the Foundation utilizes this SCP to help contain others. They do this by extracting a dark gray substance called Y909. The extraction is done by feeding the creature D-class personnel. SCP-3000 has the uncanny ability to unravel the memories and consciousness of nearby humans. When devoured, subjects are not digested, but instead trapped in the creature's body, while their consciousness becomes unraveled. As this happens, Y909 begins to seep out of SCP-3000, so the Foundation can collect them. The Foundation uses this substance to create the memory wiping Class C amnestics SCP-6